Hello, this is a brief tutorial on how to create a quiz or a test using forms in Google Drive and then embedding it into your Google site website for your students to take. So the very first thing is you have to go into Google Drive. Once you're in Google Drive, you're going to go to Create and you're going to go to Forms. Once you're in Forms, you're going to give the title of your quiz, and I'm just going to call this Solar System 2. And then you can pick a layout. So you can see they have a couple of different templates to choose from, and it looks like they added a few more. So you can pick one that you tend to like, that you're gravitating towards. I will just go with this one. I haven't used that one yet. So I'll say OK. And now we're ready to add our questions. So here is the question title, and we can decide what type of question do we want. Do we want multiple choice? Do we want it to be a paragraph, check boxes, a scale, a grid? So we have some information. Now, the very first thing you should do is you should always make it a text box. And just simply put, let me highlight that, and type in name, because you want the students to put in their name, and you want to make this a required question so that you can go back and take a look at who submitted what, so you know what answers everybody gave. Now you're going to click Done, and you can see there's the question. Now another thing you can do is add another item, and this one can be date. Actually, it's already there. So we are just going to let them put that in and make this a required question. Okay, and you see that they can put that in, or you could just, if you didn't want the students to have to put the month, the day, and the year, you could just put date and they could have just typed it in. So just a matter of preference. And now we're going to add an item. So now I'm going to do multiple choice. And my first question is, what is the first planet in the solar system? And now we're going to have options. So option 1 will be Mars. Option 2, oops, sorry about that, Venus. Option 3, Mercury. And then none of the above. All right. We're going to make this a required question because we want to make sure that our students answer all of our questions, and then we will click Done. So now you can see what the quiz is going to look like, and you can continue on by adding items right here. So I can add as many as I want. But for our purposes, since I have a time limit on this screencast, I am going to say that we are done. All right. So now that we're done with our quiz, it auto-saves, so you don't have to worry about saving it. I'm going to go into my website that I created using Google Sites. Now, you do need to use Google Sites. So what you're going to do, or you can also email the that form to your students if you'd like, and then once they complete it, it will put the results in a spreadsheet. But Google Sites is a great way to do this, and Google Sites is free, and it is a part of Google Apps for education. So most districts have all of the Google Apps available for educators to use. So this is a site. It's very similar to Weebly, Wikispaces that you may be used to. And what you're going to do is you are going to simply add a page so that your students can take the quiz. So let's just call this Quiz 4, but you can name the page whatever you want. Maybe you want to name it Quiz 4, Solar System Quiz I may already have one up there, so I'm going to just put in 4 anyways. All right. So once you have your site, I'm going to create it. And you can see it right here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert that quiz onto this page. So up here, I'm going to go to Insert, and I'm going to go to Google Drive. It's one of my options, and I'm going to go to Form. And I'm going to scroll down and find the form that I just created. Here it is. And I'm going to select it. And once I'm about to select it, there's a couple of changes I need to make here so that you can see it on the page. So what you want to do is you want to leave the height and the width blank. That's really important because it will fill the page if it's blank. If it's not, then it's going to be, it won't cover the entire page and it may be difficult to read. So we'll say Save. And now we're going to click on Save. And now you can see this is on my Google Sites website. Here is the quiz. Now, it's very basic and very short, but again, it's due to a time constraint in recording. But what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to type, I can type today, Christine. And today is January 25th. And let's take our quiz. And now I'm going to submit it. Okay. So now I submitted it, and your students would do the same. Now, there's some additional information I'm going to show you. So now that I took my quiz, I'm going to go into Google Drive. So I'm going back into Google Drive. So this is what you will do after your students take the quiz that you had posted. And I'm going to scroll over here, and I'm going to find my Solar System 2. Okay, let me see. So here you can see where it says Solar System 2, so that was the quiz. And here is the Solar System 2 responses. So when the students take the quiz, it actually puts the results into a spreadsheet. And it's right here. You don't have to do anything. It's automatically generated from forms. I'm going to click on it. And you can see my response. So here is the timestamp when I took it and the time. My name, here's the date, and also here are my questions and the responses. So, and it's endless. You can have as many questions as you want, and you have the results right here to take a look at and to compare the data between other students and how they responded, and you can even then determine the quality of the question that you generated based on their responses. So I hope that you found this useful. If you want to learn a little bit more about how to do this, or you want more step-by-step instructions in addition to the video, if you go to my website here, I have Creating an Electronic Quiz. And I have the instructions right here for you to view. So good luck, and I hope that you use this free tool because I'm sure that you will enjoy it as much as I do.